go back to doing HotShot, which I was more excited about anyway. Come on, there we go. HotShot-XL is a motion module which works with STXL. So HotShot is like the 16 frame motion stuff for AnimateDiff, but it's 8 frames, but it works with STXL. So I already have everything installed. But if you want to install this and follow along, there is, yeah, all the stuff is on the Banadoko Discord. I'd highly recommend just joining that. Let me grab a link. Invite. Definitely recommend hanging out here if you're into AnimateDiff. They people post new workflows every day. It's awesome. Okay, so yeah, I wish I could, but they don't have any instructions for it. And like the folder, I tried just moving the folder in. It's not like a custom nodes folder for Comfy, so it's like, I don't know. I'm sure they'll fix it tomorrow. Everything was checked in like 8 hours ago. It's one of those things where I'll just try it tomorrow. I just don't care. But where were we? HotShot. So I downloaded the workflow earlier. Yeah, text to video. Here we go. This is a pretty much dead simple HotShot setup. Yeah, this is a dead simple HotShot setup. So the only thing you're going to need is the HotShot motion model, which is here. You'll need this one here, and you put that in your ComfyUI. ComfyUI output. No, output. Comfy? No. Don't come to me. Custom nodes. AnimateDiff-Evolved models. So the HotShot goes in there. Normally stuff goes in the models folder, but these ones and the motion LoRa's go into the AnimateDiff-Evolved node folder, custom node folder. All right, so we got HotShot-XL loaded. We're doing 8 frame context because that's what HotShot is. You go higher or lower, you're going to run into like goo, latent goo. Context overlap is set to 3, so that means every 8 frames it's going to take 3 frames on either side and try to like merge that animation together. So the higher that number, the longer the sort of crossfade between context spaces is. Yeah, it's because the context length is lower, so like you have less time. 4 would be literally half the context it would be changing, so it's like constantly changing. Whereas 3 is as long as it can change with it actually grabbing a coherent frame here and there. And we need to use an STXL model and an STXL VAE, which are just grabbable on the place. You just Google those. They're easy to get. 768 by 432. I think that's tall. Yeah, let's go 432 by 768 and go wide. All right, let's try lush jungle, raindrops, beautiful sunset, Amazon rainforest. Yeah, let's try that. Yep, and let's do NSFW and nude because we're on YouTube. Reviewing 50 STXL models. Wow, I didn't even know there were 50 STXL models already. I'm glad someone's out there doing the work because I don't want to check that many. I don't want to check that many models. Holy cow. I'm going to add my film interpolation set here and grab our frame count from here. Number of frames I'm actually going to call as an integer. Yeah. And then we're going to use that with a set node, and we're going to set that as the frame count. Yeah. So then this can be, where are you going? You're just going up here. Yeah, batch size, right? Batch size. So frame count, and then we're going to use a get node. Don't need you anymore. Yeah, come on over here. Just rebuild this, make it a little easier to use. Okay, so we got 24 frames. We're setting that. We'll make it green because it's a integer. And we're going to get a get node. We're going to get a frame count. Pop it into batch size. Turn it green. All right. And then we're going to Make sure that you are pulling frame count. Yes. And you are getting image decoded, which is coming from here. So let's set image decoded. And now it's getting image decoded. Hey, all right. So, and you are setting images interpolated, but you don't really need to do that. You can spit it out into a video combine for me. Video combine. You're going to be 24 frames per second, MP4. All right. And we'll just move you down here. And that'll be the interpolated one. So hopefully, come on over here. Oh, one of these days. All right. Hopefully that will check the frame count. It will put it on the end of the thing, and it will then take the very last frame and the very first frame and interpolate them together, and then interpolate that frame with the final frame of the animation. So it should give us a perfect loop, even if the animation doesn't loop, in theory. And we don't need to set these. Yeah, we're not using them for anything. Okay, cool. You're good. And what are you? Image decoded, so you'll be blue. Okay. And we'll do 24 frames. Go. Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? Do I have two ComfyUIs running here? What's going on here? Oh, there it goes. Oh, holy cow. All right. Don't recommend using STXL base for HotShot. Yeah, good call. Good call. Where's the workflow again? This workflow is on the Banadoko server. There's a Discord invite just a little ways up. This is the HotShot workflow. You can grab it there. Copax Timeless XL, eh? Is this an NSFW one, or is it one I can check on stream? Let's find out. Off screen. Okay, cool. This one looks safe. Let's grab that. Yoink. Okay, we'll try that Copax one as well. So where are we at? We are generating minute and a half to do 24 frames. Yikes. How are we doing with our memory usage? Let's split this. VI top. So SDXL HotShot seems to only be using 12.4 gigs. Now that might be because I'm streaming too. You might get away with this with 10 gigs. Yeah. I would imagine some of that is it's fine if it can be safe for non-SNF. I just meant you know how sometimes the preview for the model is well out of order. Cooking videos. It's okay, I got my window open, pulling that cool air into my computer. It'll be a little happier tonight than it normally is. All right, decoding. Oh, it's using DDIM at 25. Interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool. 24 frames per second is fast. Now we should be doing the interpolation business. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Doesn't look as good as other certain models I've seen lately. So let's try, I think that other one might be done. Let's try popping it in the folder. Whoa, come on. AI models, refresh, and Copax. Okay, let's try. Is it good at square stuff, I wonder? What are the resolutions for HotShot? What was that, 432? Okay, film noir detective standing in a seedy alley, cinematic lighting, night, Chicago, 1930. Vintage photography. Sure. And then I think this is the supporting prompt down here, and this is the linguistic prompt, I think. So let's try that. I think that's it. Oh yeah, we change that. Another wide one. At one amount of frames, you get a more natural video. I have no idea. This is like my second time playing with HotShot, so we'll find out. I use Depth ControlMaps. Okay, well, I just speed read that, and I'm no wiser. I don't even think it would look better upscaled because you got all this. Yeah, it's like not getting time to be dreamed in. Ooh, I wonder if that's because it's DDIM at low steps. Oh, Euler Ancestral with DDIM uniform. That might be the problem right there. Maybe I don't know enough about the sampling, but I don't think that's the right. Don't you use Keras noise with that, or? Well, I guess we'll find out. 12.6 gigs. Let's see what it does when it's idling, because yeah, that would suck if it takes a little more than 12 gigs to do. That leaves our 3060 friends out in the cold. Do not use Keras with denoiser. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Okay, okay, okay. Like that. What version of Blender is this? This is Blender 9. Blender 9, 9.5. It'll be out next year. Okay, well, I like that prompt. Are we still rocking the same seed over and over again? Like buffoon? Let's randomize that seed. I'm still curious though. I wonder if Uni at 7 can. Yeah, I'm curious about something. I have a feeling Uni at 7 steps. I think Uni at 7 steps can converge, and this is going to be stupid fast to render. My other prediction is that it will look more like a slideshow than an animation. But I think I can get it to converge in 7 steps. Ooh, I was wrong. SDXL might need more steps. But honestly, the fact it's that coherent at 7 steps is wild. 7 steps. That took what? 36 seconds? 36 seconds. Yeah, wow. 36 seconds for 24 frames. All right, let's go back up to 25. Let's get rid of that. I do just want to see what happens. I'm curious. Let's try. What's the frame rate of the final output? Frame rate of, so this one's an 8 frame per second GIF. This one's a 24 frame per second GIF, which I'm now changing to MP4 because I hate GIFs for this. And this is a 24 frame per second MP4, but it's 2 times film interpolated. So it's like 12 frames per second interpolated up to 24. That's why it's smoother and slower. Okay, let's try. What was it? Grinning pumpkin bouncing around. And we're gonna go Halloween spooky. Halloween spooky cinematic lighting. Nighttime. Cloudy. Sure. Render. Oh, we forgot to check what the idle memory usage is of this stream so that we can get an idea of how much to subtract from our memory usage. Once this animation is done, we'll check the idle and memory usage, and hopefully it's over 2 gigs, because that would mean that there would be 10 gigs. This would be possible on a 10 gig card. Yeah. Smash the like and subscribe buttons. Hit my Patreon if you like what I'm doing. You want to see more of it, come by and support. And if you subscribe, you get access to a special channel on the Discord, and well, a bunch of channels. But yeah, basically like there's nothing informationally gated behind the paywall. But eventually I will probably start putting some assets and some fun stuff for subscribers, because yeah, why not? It's fun. Just don't know what y'all want yet. Tell me what you want. Mask packs, open pose dances, whatever. That's kind of cool. They're definitely wiggling around and bouncing around. They actually look like jack-o'-lanterns, and very cool. What if I try get rid of the night and cloudy stuff and grinning pumpkin, oh, lantern. And then we'll move off the Keras noise. We'll just try simple. Curious myself. Socks. A Christmas card. This grid of images looks like it's completely unhinged. So does this animation, really. Yeah, we should do ugly Christmas sweater animate diff animations for each other this year. X movies, comfy, no, XAI movie renders. Wait for my network area storage to wake up. It's taking a little nap, I think. There we go. All right, so there's a bunch of stuff there, and then loop and shuffle. Yeah, and then the VLC is you down here and put you up here. Oh wow, it did the same animation? Oh, interesting. It randomized the seed too. What's that about? Why would it be the exact same animation? Well, not exact same, but very similar. You'd think it would be wildly different though. Let's try that other one. 3D elephants with colorful parasols crossing the river during a thunderstorm. How do you spell parasol? Thanks. River, thunderstorm, jungle. Oh, I didn't check the idle time again. Someday. How does the RTX 4080 do with hotshot and motion work? I'm not sure. How much RAM is in the 4080? 16 gigs? It'd probably be all right. You're gonna run into trouble when you start adding IP adapter and oh, I see what happened here. Sorry, I've confused myself. Yeah, you're gonna start running into problems when you start adding IP adapter and control net and all the other fun stuff that totally breaks, totally uses way too much VRAM. You know what I mean? So basically, like, you gotta try to keep it down. The 3090 is maybe a better investment right now if you can find a used one. Save a lot of money there, and like the 24 gigs of VRAM to me is more important than the speed. If you want to buy something new, probably the 4080, if that's your budget, that's the one to go because it's the most VRAM for the buck until you get to the 4090 again. 16 gig cards can do pretty much everything, right? But there's a few things that will water wheel into your system RAM once you get over like a certain threshold. So having the 24 gigs of RAM of headroom will tend to make things not slow down, because that 5-10 minute bottleneck that you're describing there, point, is probably because you're hitting your VRAM limit and it's washing into your system RAM and swapping back and forth extremely slowly. That'll happen whenever you're doing an operation that uses more VRAM than you have. It'll use your system RAM, but your system RAM is nowhere near as fast as VRAM, so even sending stuff back and forth takes forever. Well, those are pretty cool. I mean, they're not holding the umbrellas, but there are umbrellas and elephants and other things. Okay, let's look at the other hotshot workflows, because there were several. So we got the vid to vid. I'm doing text to video, but we could do text to video with prompt travel, vid to vid with prompt travel, vid to vid with workflow. We could try video to video and see if it works. Let's see how the video to video workflow works in HotShot and Comfy. So we want one. All right, load. Oh, we better save this. Text to vid, hotshot, text to vid. Warp Fusion. Stable Warp Fusion has fantastic stuff where you can like pull the subject out of the image and the background and like do them separately, or replace the background with a green screen. But that being said, I think you can just run the same thing that Stable Warp Fusion uses after the effect, or after the fact, to grab your subject out of your image again and then just put that on a new background. So if you want to like green screen footage that exists, there's a process for that. It's called RemBG. So I think you would just make my sounds off. Hello, check 1 2. Is it working now? Hello, 1 2 3. Can you hear me? Hello. Check 1 2. All right, cool. If your video has an input as a green screen, what's the best way to go through animate diff checkpoints lords to diffuse your output, but it would keep solid green screen? You don't worry about, Stable Warp Fusion would be the way to go, because Stable Warp Fusion has background removal, but you don't actually have to do that on the diffusion level. You can diffuse whatever you're going to make. You're going to make your image, make your thing, whatever you want, and then you can just use RemBG, the RemBG thing I posted there. You can use that to remove the subject from the background and give yourself a transparent background under your subject, which then you can just drop a green screen back on. So, or just use the transparent layer for something in After Effects or whatever. So, just make sure that your background is different enough or simple enough, so that when you try to pull your character out, there's no weirdness. But RemBG will rip the subject out of a video, like a person or a body or a face or whatever it sees. Yeah. Overall performance and speed 1.5 versus XL and video gen. Is XL worth it? It can be. It looks really good on some of the latest Deforum runs I've seen. Safety Mark. Let's check out their stuff. The stuff on the Deforum server. Killer stuff with SDXL. I haven't dug into SDXL stuff with come on, brain. I haven't done a lot of SDXL stuff with the forums because it takes so damn long. Oh, these are the same name. That's okay. I guess your IPA. Well, which one was which? Which one did I grab first? Oh, did I grab Zoe first or did I grab the other one first? We'll never know. Midas. I feel like I grabbed Midas first. So I should upgrade the card. If you can get a 3090 used locally, upgrade it. If you can't, I don't know if it's worth it yet. I bet there's gonna be some nasty, awesome version soon of the, whatever Nvidia's next thing is. It's gonna be amazing at AI. So it might be worth trying to find a used 4090 or something like that in like a few months. But if you're doing stuff on the 3060 and you're happy making stuff on it and you're making it in 1.5 and you're making it look good, I don't know if upgrading makes sense, especially if you can't financially support it. But if you can, get as much RAM as you can afford. Okay, so I think those go in AI Comfy Models TrolNet. There's no way these are gonna work, but YOLO, let's try it. Refresh. Midas. Let's load a video. I know I have some in here from Pexels. That's one. Let's look at it. Play with VLC. That might be cool. What else we got? I was thinking about a dancer. Slow motion. Oh, you know what? I have some square ones. Videos. Square dance. Where did I put them? Dance. No, that's odd. Well, I hope I didn't lose all those videos. I don't know where they are now. Nope. Uh-oh. Oh, I know what's happening. MOV. Sneaky. Okay, let's do this one. Yes. Got our MOV. We're going to plug you into here. That was a square video, so let's see if this just nukes my RAM or not. Oh, I just remembered. Let's check our... So I'm sitting at 10 gigs of VRAM used. Must be. OBS is using 4 gigs of VRAM. Yeah, I think you'll be able to do this on 10 gigs. LOL. Okay, Hotshot, VAE. No, the checkpoint, we're going to try the Copax one. 8.3. Make sure your hotshot. How many frames? I think I'm only going to pull the first like 48 frames. Oh, I see. We're pulling every 7th frame. Let's do every 3rd. No, that's just going to make it really slow. Skip no frames at the beginning and let's load 48 frames. For size? Yeah, let's... Wait, yes, because we're doing depth maps. Can I do 512 by 512 with this model? Let's find out. I think this is going to be goo. Why are you upscaling before you go into Midas? Oh, maybe Midas can do larger depth maps. Okay, so we don't need to force the size. We can set it to 768 by 768. And then we just make sure that this upscales by 1.5. Okay, whatever. We've selected Midas. That's all going. We're applying control net at 1 with an N% of 0.5. That's interesting. Okay, leave that alone. You randomize, save image, I'll add my extra video combine here. We're doing 10 frame per second videos. Let's do 24, 4, and add our little, okay, we call you frame count, yes, and then integer, set you, and then 24, and then we're going to change frame load cap input to a frame load cap to an input, and then we're gonna get frame count, plug it in there, a green. All right, we got our sets and gets, and we're doing 24 frames. Grabbing that, grabbing that, grabbing that, doing that, doing that. That's right. And then our frame count needs to go in here. Yep. And image decoded. Set. Image decoded, a bow, change you blue. Nice. All right, so we're getting that, we're setting that, we're getting that, and we don't need to set this, but we need to add another video combine. Yeah, and you'll be a 24 frame MP4. Okay, that's our whole setup. Let's call you film / animate diff, so film 2x hotshot diff. You're not that. You're just hotshot animate diff, and your hotshot 24 FPS. 24 FPS. Just trying to keep my hotshot folders or trying to keep my ComfyUI folders sane. Okay, cool. This should just work. So what I think it's going to do is going to go through, it's going to grab the first 24 frames of this video, it's going to convert them into depth maps, and then it's going to use those depth maps to drive the image generation in HotShot. So we should probably add Pixar style woman, happy, high quality. Yeah, that's fine. Bad quality, worst quality, but we're also going to add NSFW nude because we don't want any of that business on the YouTube. Okay, I think that is everything. Let's hit it and see where we failed. There could be like a million reasons why that didn't work, Tom Automio. There are a few bugs like that, you know, with like frame counts. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I had my stupid videos up here. You guys couldn't see what I was working on the model stuff or on the hotshot stuff. I'll try and be conscious of that. Put them on now, I guess. Boop, boop, boop. Should be shuffling, yeah. There we go. Where were we? Yeah, a lot of noise and low color. It could be not enough steps. Could be the wrong sampler settings. It could be the wrong video card settings. Could be a million things. Okay, we got our first 24 frames. They're depth mapping. Okay, that worked. We're rendering. Let's see what we get. Now it says I'm using 14 gigs of VRAM. So ControlNet tends to add more overhead. Hi, AOI Android. Nice to meet you. What do you think is the best background transparency for people and animals? I'm using U2Net Human Site. I don't know. I'm not actually sure. I haven't done much of that. Yeah, I would say just do some tests with all the models you can find and see what makes the best cutouts, you know? I guess they're all trained on slightly different things, so you'd have to go deep dive what they were trained on to find out, you know, what they're good at doing. But if you just kind of do a few runs with a few different images and see which ones have the best like cutout lines that aren't like all blurry and choppy and gross, that'd probably be the best model for it. I do want to get into more segmentation stuff. I think it's really interesting. But I don't think it's your card, Automio, unless it's like overheating and failing. But I think it would fail in worse ways than just making blurry content. I have had similar problems when doing like deforum runs in SDXL, so I think it's probably a very common thing. I have to use some hybrid video or something to keep the pixels from going too mental. Take it easy, Killin. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your dinner. I'm a little jealous. I'm getting kind of hungry, actually. I had breakfast for lunch, so maybe I'll have lunch for dinner later. That's pretty good. Wow. Jeez. It even got her yellow jacket. How? Is there like more stuff going on here? Oh, we're encoding it right into the VAE. What? I've never seen this pixels input before. What is that? You can load an image into the VAE with this? I've never seen that before. That's super interesting. I guess that's how you do image to image with SDXL. Maybe you can do it with regular 1.5 too. That's really interesting. Okay, well that was really cool. Let's try I kind of want to do more frames, like just do like a 96 and see. Maybe we'll select every second frame, because then this animation here will be more real-timey because it's skipping every frame, one frame. So let's see if we have enough. See if we have enough frames for that. 96 times 2 would be 96 times 2 would be 192. That's not 192 frames. Oh yeah, it's 96. Yeah, so she's doing double speed, so then it'll go the right way when it's rendering. Yeah, realistic vision is amazing for 1.5. It's crazy. Dun, 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 dun. I want to rebuild this whole thing so badly with my get set nodes, but I'm not going to. But I want to. Actually, I have time right now. How long is it going to go? How long is it going to go? 17 minutes. Okay. Maybe I will rebuild it then while it's going. Width and height into the upscale images. All this stuff can live together. VAE, images, image load cap. Yeah, let's move you all up and to the left a bit. Move you up and to the left a bit. Nice. Okay, here's our inputs. Upscale image. Isn't here because this is confusing. There we go. That makes more sense. Animate diff nodes in here. See. All right. This encode can go here. Minus depth. Preview. Load the control net. Apply the control net. Load images. Control net. Animate diff nodes. Go to sampler. Decode. Y'all. There we go. Let's get closer. Do all, move you up here, make a new group. All right. I guess that's a little less messy. Count. And yeah, that's all good. That's all good. That's all good. All right. Cool. 13 minutes. We've been here for an hour and a half. I've been having a lot of fun. Hope you're having fun too. I am going to grab some water. I might make another coffee, stretch my knees out. I suggest you do the same, but I'm not your mom. You don't have to get up, but I'm gonna. I'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. See you all very soon. And yeah, crank some tunes, enjoy the animations, and yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Hello, 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 hello. And we're back. Still rendering, 2 minutes left. Oh, hey, thanks, Cyber. Let's go. It's my first sticker. Is there a dance emoji? Do we have dance emojis? We have this. Oh, gotta create an account and sign in. Okay, did I just break my chat? Docs chat. Come on back, chat. There we go. Broke my chat trying to emote. All right. A minute and a half. Let's go. So we're doing 96 frames of double time motion. So that should make like 100 and I can't math. 96 times 2. 192. So it'll be like 192 frames of the animation because we're skipping every other frame. It's kind of like cadence in Deforum. Well, it's more like frame skip. But we're doing that so that the 2 times slowed down 12 frame per second at 24 frame per second interpolated version should be moving at regular human speed. Notice the background's very light, like very... Is the original like that? It is. So we should get all this in the animation. Hopefully. We don't run out of VRAM when we decode it. Oh, here we go. Interpolating the final frames. Not bad. We basically Pixarified this, you know. I kind of want to get a little bit naughty with this. Can we grab a scene from a film and turn it into Pixar? What's a really short scene we can turn into a Pixar? Let's do maybe like what would be a good scene? Doesn't have to have dialogue, and it'd probably be better if it didn't. Yeah, it's really stable. I'm pretty impressed. I want to try a movie scene. I'm just trying to think of a really good one. Maybe some from 2001. Like a live film. I want to turn a live film into a Pixar. Need a long shot. 2001, A Space Odyssey. See? I totally spelled that wrong. Oh, go away, ads. YouTube has a lot of ads these days, just saying. I wonder if it can handle scene changes, because it seems to be sending every frame in. Now I'm super curious. Can you just do like a huge chunk of frames and just let it sit? Just trying to think of something. What's like an iconic? Oh, maybe we can do the red pill, blue pill scene from Matrix. That might be kind of cool. Pixar. Like, can it handle motion? Now I'm curious. Can it do like the you know, like this kind of stuff? Can it make like this Pixar? Oh, let's find out. Let's find out. We're gonna try and AI a little bit of the Matrix, and we'll try to Matrix the Matrix and see if we can Matrix. All right, let me grab this. Boop 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 boop. Gonna grab the shootout in the lobby from the Matrix. The stream's getting demonetized so hard. Okay, I want that. Start that, please. Great. All right, let's open up Resolve. I wonder if you have to go in and chop up all the cuts, or if it can just handle cuts. I can't imagine it can, but maybe it can. So we'll try. I guess we'll try. I'll try something that's like, you know, 96 frames of double time or whatever, so that we get lots of action. And yeah, we'll see. All right, let's downloads. I just downloaded a shootout in the lobby. There we go. Thank you. Sure. Okay, let's go to, and we'll get Trinity running up the wall. Hell yeah. Doing cool Trinity stuff. Okay, let's try that. That's plenty. Matrix shootout. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna reduce the, we don't need it to be quite so LOL huge. Let's do 1280 by 720. Do that. Yeah, let's do the whole movie and see what happens. All right, 23.5. Yeah. All right, Matrix shootout. Render. Well, how long is that? Like 12 seconds? That'd probably be okay. Okay. So we're gonna go. We're gonna try that. It'll be a little faster, but I think it'll kind of maybe look crappy. We could try increasing it later if we don't run out of VRAM. But for now, let's just stick with that. Videos, Matrix. Where are you? Matrix shootout. Hello, didn't work. Start at MOV. Ah, there it goes. Frame rate is 24-ish. We're skipping no frames, and we're going to go every other frame so that the interpolated one is faster, and it'll go twice as fast. We're going to go widescreen, and we're going to call it Pixar style. We're not going to say woman. We're not going to say happy, but we're going to leave high quality Disney render. Yeah. Pixar style person. See, because I'm wondering if you need to render the scenes with Neo in them, with like describing Neo, and then you have to do the scenes with Trinity describing Trinity, or if we can just say person and have it just, just rip it. Okay, no, wait, 96. How many frames do we think that video is? How long is it? It is, oh, that's the full video. We want the Matrix shootout, LM, properties, details. 22 seconds at 24 frames per second is 22 times 24, so it's 528 frames. We are doing half of that. 528 divided by 2 is 264. So let's just do 96 to start. No, let's just do 24 to start so we get a quick one and see if it looks anything like what we want it to look like. And then if it does, we'll do a long one. It's usually best to do short runs just to like set all your stuff, and then when you're happy, do a long run. Well, I got it backwards. Uno momento. View queue, cancel. Okay, and then the problem is these are backwards. 432 by 768. And then that should make them wide. There we go. This is exciting. This would be a fun way to reimagine some scenes. Unless it's just absolute garbled gunk, which is very possible. But if we can make a Pixar Matrix, that might be pretty fun to watch. Although that would be a hell. Actually, that'd be a really fun community project. Have everyone pick, like 3 minutes of the movie to sit there and chonk away on. And then we'll just stitch it all together at the end and have this full-on Pixar Matrix. I'm going to get sued just coming up with ideas for this. So yeah, I'll say that would be a terrible idea, and I sure hope nobody does that. Yeah, let's not do The Lion King. What are we at here? This is good for iteration, actually. 2 minutes for 24 frames. It's not deformed, but it's not that bad, considering what we're doing here. I can't believe what a difference it makes pulling the images into the latent space like that. I just... crazy. Is that like free IP adapter? I don't understand what's happening there. Good luck. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. What do you say, Neo? Oh, and it turns into his thumbs is just too amazing. That is crazy looking. Okay. How does this work? So we're upscaling our image that's coming straight out of here. And it's going right into the VAE encoder. And that's going into the latent space. And we're just doing a depth map? And it's this coherent? Like, what the... Yeah, this is HotShot. The workflow is available on the Banadoko Discord. It's this Discord, I believe. Yeah. Bloop. Hopefully that works. Yeah. The workflow is on that Discord. It's in the ComfyUI workflows channel. And this is the image to video or video to video HotShot. The first one, the first workflow. It's pretty wild. Okay, so what did we say the frame length was? I did all the math and then erased the thing. Okay, so it was I'm going to say it was, no, it wasn't 260. It was 22. 22 times 24 divided by 2, 264. Let's do it. 260. I'm just going to go 260 because there might be a few frames we drop there. 260. This is probably going to take like 20 minutes if it even works. He's so happy. Why is he smiling? It might actually crap out trying to do 260 depth. Never mind. Have you seen that LCM? What's LCM? Local control net module. How is this on VRAM? We're doing 12.8 gigs, but I'm also using like 4 gigs for OBS. So I think you could do this on 3060, no problem. 25 minutes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. While that goes, I'm going to open up Blender and we're going to make some masks while we wait. Scooby-Dee-Bee-Dee-Boo. Okay, let's do it from scratch. I'll do the whole tutorial for doing masks again because we got 25 minutes. I wish I could just pull this down, but OBS is awful and won't let me use a terminal window as a... Maybe if I put it here, right, and then no, that won't work. I need a way to feed this terminal window into OBS. There's got to be a way to have like a live text feed that I can just manipulate more betterly. Okay, let's start over. Here I'm going to make some masks in Blender for ControlNet, so you can control how ControlNet works. Most of the masks that I've made are constant black and white, but I've been having a lot of fun with gradients lately. They just do different things, especially if you do hard lines and gradients, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's hit it. Delete the default cube. That's the first thing you always do in Blender, no matter what. We actually don't need this light either. This camera we're going to keep, but we're going to move it to 0 on all of the location spots, and we're going to move the rotation to 0 as well, so that our camera is at our world center and it is pointing straight down. We're going to take our camera, we're going to move it up above the grid, so like to about 4 on the z-axis. So now our camera is in the sky pointing down at nothing. So we're going to add a plane. So this is our screen that we're pointing our camera at. Now we're going to look and we're going to see that our camera is looking at our screen when we click our camera thing. That means that we're all ready to go and we're in place. So we're going to go to our camera settings. We're going to say orthographic view, and that's going to do a perfect orthographic view of the canvas and won't have any perspective added by the camera, which is good because we're just doing patterns. And if your camera is above and you're in orthographic mode and you have your plane set to 1 by 1 by 1, the Blender default, whatever, you can set your orthographic scale to 2, and no matter what resolution you use in Blender, it will fit within the confines of this box. So this box is sort of our canvas for our screen, and then we just set whatever resolution we want. So for these, we'll probably just do 1024 by 1024. You want wide ones, you just do a wide res. You want tall ones, you just do a tall res. And then we work on our... I just might close my window. It's getting a little chilly. Oops, where did it go? Yeah, one sec. All right. Okay, we're back-ish. Yeah, here we are. All right, and we're in Blender, and we have our plane, our screen. We have our camera set up to look at the screen. Now in Blender, you can go down to viewport display in the camera settings and turn Passepartout all the way up, and that's just going to blacken out everything around the screen. You turn the gizmos off here so you can see what you're doing, and then if you click this right here, you'll get the rendered view. We want to work from the rendered view because it's easier. All right. We're also going to go to the plane, and we're going to add a material. And that material, instead of being a principal BSDF, which is like a surface, we're going to use an emission. That emission is just going to spit out pure light. That's what we want. We want just pure 0 to 1 color. So you have to go to these settings here in the render settings, go down to color management and change filmic to standard. And that's going to give you actual white. Filmic mode is used in path tracing and cycles and stuff like that for making things look like they're in the real world, but we're not in the real world. We're in color space, so we want standard view transform to make sure that our whites are white and our colors aren't desaturated for no reason. That's all good. So we grab up here, it turns into a little plus. Anywhere where it turns into a plus, you can click and drag and rebuild Blender's viewport. It's very cool workflow. If you need new windows, you just drag them up and things like that. It's really awesome. So let's add the shader editor and hit N to remove the side panel. And here's our shader. Here's our piece. We're going to start noding. And, you know, if you're getting comfortable with ComfyUI and you've never been into nodes and stuff, I mean, Blender's all about the nodes. So if you're getting comfortable with the node workflow and you want to dig into Blender, please do so, because it is super fun and super powerful to mix all this stuff together. All right, let's add a pattern. So we're going to use a wave pattern just because it's easy. And here's a little trick for making an animation that never ever stops rendering. You know, color ramp, add it here. Okay, so we have, explain this material chain. This is our material out. This is what tells the tells the mesh what to use. This is our emission shader. That's the thing spitting out the white light, or the light. We have a color ramp. We use this to control our colors. So we can do all kinds of fun stuff with this as far as like the math of how the colors affect the thing. And this also has a color picker, so you can, you know, go in and start adding all kinds of fun stuff. Black and white. Actually, we're going to go to factor to factor. Yes. And a wave texture is just literally a texture that's a wave, and it has a phase offset which moves the wave on the wave. So easy thing to remember is you have an animation. In this case, I'm going to use a 280 frame animation because I have all my other masks to that, so we'll just keep doing that. We're going to start at phase offset 0, and at the end of the animation we're going to add a keyframe where the phase offset is negative tau, T-A-U, times 2. Negative tau times 2. So that's pi times 2 times 2. Negative pi times 2 times 2. So which would also work. Basically, the phase offset is set to loop around every time you hit pi. 3.141592, blah, 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 blah. So tau is just pi times 2. So tau times 2 is going to make it run through its loop twice over the course of the 280 frame animation. Sorry. The reason I do it twice is that then you can then frame skip your animation by 1 or run it half as long, and you're still going to get a perfectly looping loop because it's 2 loops over the course of the animation. You cut it in half, and either way, like frame skip or frame wise, like frame count, you can do do the loop in half the time essentially, so you can see what you're getting and all that fun stuff. Well, this is going really fast. 18 minutes left. Not bad. Okay. Phase offset is set. So now, to set keyframes, you go to the frame you want to set the keyframe on, set the thing you want to set, mouse over it, and hit the I key. The I key will, oh, that's new. I must have hit a button that did that. Interesting. Yeah, I is the button that sets keyframe. So we go to phase offset 0 here on frame 1 and hit I to set the keyframe. And we go to our last frame. Then a little trick for perfectly looping animations is to make sure that you go to the frame after. You see how I'm on the final frame, 280. I just hit right arrow once to go to 281, and that's where I want to set my tau. Interesting. Where did my keyframe go? It disappeared. Okay, whatever. So 281, negative tau times 2. Set the keyframe with I. And now our loop is going to loop perfectly over the course of the animation. No matter what you change here, no matter what you do, this loop is always going to loop perfectly. So you can change any setting you like. You can do whatever you want, and it will always loop, which is, immensely powerful, because once you have one thing looping, you can plug other things into that thing, and then you can do anything with those things. So for instance, let's add a mapping node and a texture coordinate node as the vector. And we're going to use the object as the vector. And what that's going to do is it's going to put the UV map, the mapping for this texture, into the center of the mesh. In generated mode, UV mode, all the other modes, whatever, it's set to the bottom left, which you notice was like down, or yeah, the center's down here. We want the center in the center, so we use object texture coordinates. All right, and I think that's good. We have our looping loop, which is cool. So now we can use math, the power of math, power of the math node. Plug new stuff in and see what happens. So let's plug a Voronoi texture into the wave texture using the same mapping. Now we've got little cells that are dividing, which is cool. So with these animations, the way they affect the AI stuff is that the stuff that's white moves and the stuff that's black doesn't move. So this animation, because it's mostly white, is just going to be like mostly chaos. If you do your things backwards, where the black is the background and the white is the stuff that moves like this, you tend to have better results. So if you're finding you have a white background and a black action, try and switch them so that it's the black background and the white action to get better results when we're taking this stuff in as a mask for the AI generation. So this would actually make a pretty cool animation, I think. And that's literally a wave texture plugged into a Voronoi texture, and the only thing that's animated is the phase offset of the wave. You can go and render this, and it's a perfect mask ready to go. But then you can also, you know, do weird stuff if you want. Play around, try some different things. That's pretty cool. Globby blobbies. I think I'm actually gonna... I think that one will make a really cool cloud one. So you see how there's a lot of black in between them? I can increase the white, but what that's going to do is it's just going to make it whiter where it's white. I want to actually kind of increase the area where it's white. So I'm going to add another math node, and then we're going to just play with that. And I'm going to see if I can make it, yeah, spider out a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's going to be a really cool mask for an animation. So let's render it. To render it, we just go here and we type in our URL or the folder we want to render it to. This one we're going to call expanding slime bubbles, because that's what it's probably going to end up as. PNG sequence is fine for this. You can do either that or you can do an FFmpeg run to turn it into a video. And then you can use either loader in Comfy to load it up. If you want to use the frame skip, though, you need to make it a video. So let's do that. FFmpeg. And you want to set it to MPEG 4, and you want to set the quality to perceptually lossless. Perceptually lossless. And all right, no problem. Take it easy, Automio. Thanks for hanging. So let's render this. Bloop. So this will render a video. Yeah, at 1024 by 1024. Nice and gooey. Right on. We'll save that material. One from the top will be X, and instead of rings, we'll go bands, and it'll be Y, and we'll go backwards on the phase offset. So it's going up. We want it to go down. There's two ways to deal with that. We can either spin the world around, which is an easy way to deal with it, or you can change this phase offset from going from 0 to negative tau to 0 to tau. That'll go backwards. Pardon me. Sorry. But you want it from the top, so let's just go 180 degrees on the Z-axis, and yeah, goopy whoopy. And then obviously the scale of the wave texture will determine how many lines there are. You can kind of set that to taste, kind of like that. And let's go, instead of expanding slime bubbles, these will be dripping slime. And actually, you can increase the scale too of the Voronoi or whatever you want. And this Voronoi texture, again, these are just the default settings. Go in and start playing with the different modes. They have different, you know, very different sort of appearances based on what you're doing. But I kind of like this lava lamp stuff we got going on here. These sort of cell divided lava lamp gooiness. This might actually be cool to run lava lamp. You can do stars. Sort of expands like crystalline. Wish there was a smooth F2. Yeah, Voronoi is very Very versatile. Okay, first off though, I'm gonna go back to F1. I want to do the lava lamp one first. So we'll call that dripping slime bubbles, render that. 7 minutes left on the render for the matrix in Pixar form. 280 done. Okay, let's save this one and then change it to F2. A little maybe. And we'll call that crystal slime bubbles. Could also add some distortion to the wave texture that'll make them sort of less liney and more. You know, you want to add some a little more all over the place, you know. Oh, that might be kind of trippy too. It's like when ice forms on a window, but like not trippy. You gotta be kind of interesting. We'll try knotted crystal slime bubbles. All right, let's let that run. And what are we left here? 5.5 minutes left on the Pixar matrix. But yeah, now we got lots of new masks we can play with. I haven't tried the masks. Ooh, I wonder what the masks look like with a hotshot, actually. Although we don't need to feed them into the IP adapter, or I keep calling it IP adapter because it looks like IP adapter, but we're literally just feeding the image into the latent. That's mind-boggling to me. Why does that work? I need someone to explain, like I'm 5, why this just adding the image to the VAE encode before sending it to here doesn't just come out as total nonsense. Yeah, I know it's data. Like the yellow rain jacket, the same color shirt, same jeans, the same background. Like it's wild. IP adapter isn't even that. This is like differently smart because it's clip vision. And you're blended up. All right, cool. Well, that was fun. Let's do a new one here and let's kill this. Goodbye and get you back to 0. Wings Z. You guys back to 0 and you on 0, and that's kind of cool. And now let's add one of the patterns from FX nodes. Mappings. No. Computer's running low on storage space. Oh no. I got nothing to delete. Do I? Oh no. Try and get some space. I don't want this thing to run out of space while it's decoding. Oh my god, it's done. Oh my god, it's done. Oh my god, it's done. This is insane. He's so happy when he's kicking the other guy. He's got a little elephant gun. Oh, this is incredible. So I think prompt travel with your clips is probably the move. This is so unhinged. That kick is too funny. That kick is amazing. He is so stoked. We're going through these because these frames are incredible. Look at this, just holding an elephant. What is that? Who's this kid? It just turns into me for some reason. What the hell? Oh no, I got a red dot on my chest. That's not good. Why did it turn into me? How did it know? Oh, where's that kick? Was that it? There it is. He's so stoked to be getting kicked in the face. Oh man. That is just mental. Wow. Okay, so that is... Oh, interesting. A control net's only at 50%. What if we crank that to like a full hundo P? Oh, that's just that is amazing. You know, it'd be a fun series is to do these and then see if people can like figure out what movie it is, because like, you know, you could probably tell what movie this is even though it's just absolute latent goo chaos. God, that kick is so funny. I can't with that kick. Okay, what about a scene that has way less action? What would be a good scene? Actually, let me just see if I have anything locally. No, I don't. It's all elsewhere. Um. Yeah, but what I meant was, would it know like that it's Neo and Trinity, but it's just randos. So I think you would have to actually go in and literally prompt travel your cuts, or do each cut as a new scene. Uh, paste, grab that, yoink, download directory, resolve, edit file, new project, don't save. You probably don't need to be running. You. I didn't do that. Nobody saw that. Okay, let's fill the. I know this is blasphemy, but I don't care, man. We want to go. Yes. Angry Jack Nicholson. Tom Cruise looking all mad. Trying to find a really good spot. I think that might be the one. Yeah. Let's try here. Hopefully that's not too long. You can't handle the truth, man. So 1280 by 720. Slomp. Bloop. Blomp. Okay, so increasing the depth or increasing the control net depth strength didn't really help much. I think it made it worse. It's hard to say. Hard to say. Yeah, good call. Let me move that stuff over to my movies under PNG. Move that stuff and then go to free file sync, comfy output to comfy there. Wee. Okay. All right, synchronize. Both sides have changed. I don't care. Moving that comfy stuff. Yeah, I've been using free file sync to sort of update my comfy stuff onto another drive so it doesn't overwhelm me, because comfy can be overwhelming. All right, is that done almost? And I can delete that stuff, and oh, this stuff I can delete. Did I not move all this stuff? Why is it? Copy it? Oh, it's not done moving. I'm just being impatient. All right. No. I'm gonna lose my mask. Don't leave. Okay, stay. All right, cool. And this should go a lot faster now. 4 minutes. Damn. I don't think it's gonna take that long. I don't believe it. Don't you love watching people move files on YouTube? It's so exciting. I gotta clean off some stuff. That that 7 gig AI model didn't do me any favors. Completed with warnings. That's what I like to hear. Okay. All right. So let's delete the stuff in my comfy folder. Let's actually double check that it's in the place where I asked it to go. By date modified, sort by date modified. That looks about the same to me. Delete it. Goodbye. AI. Comfy output. Goodbye. Yes. Okay, we got space. Let's make insanity. Okay, we got our. That was in videos. You can't handle the tooth. File upload. Start at MOV. There it is. Oh, there is a bug with this thing when you double click like a video to load in. All these start wiggling around when you move the mouse unless you click again. I hope they fix it. Hope they fix it. For size disabled. You're good. 24. Let's do 24. Just see what it do. What it do. Q. Cool. We're just gonna get a lot of might not be enough frames. Dramatically moving his eyes left to right. This video is just... Oh, I'll drop the I dropped that one on my Discord there. One sec. General videos. No, it's in X movies. AI comfy film, I want to say. Yeah, and then I just want to view sort by date. There it is. Is this the crazy one? If you want to watch it in all its glory, it's in the general channel on my Discord. All right. Oh, that's just trippy. Background, what the hell's going on? So, I'm wondering if depth is actually the way to go. I'm actually kind of curious about this. Wait, where was this plugged in? Ah, crap. Depth map goes there. I missed where this went, if it went. Ooh, crap. I think I screwed up. And then the depth map goes into the... Oh, that's why, because you just went there. Well, that's where you go. And then, yeah. I'm curious if the Zoe depth maps are less busy. Wrong value. 24. It's 248 frames. We're selecting every second. And skipping no frames at the beginning. Actually, we could skip like 48 frames at the beginning, I think. This might crash. Whoa, it worked. I don't think that's going to be enough face. Maybe Midas was the move. I guess we'll find out. 5 minutes. Ooh, that might be a cool animation. Set you back to 0. So 93 to 64. That might be kind of interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's trippy. Ping pong dude. Whoa. Okay, modulo do then. Okay, that's sick. But now what if you're moving? Okay. 0 to negative tau times 2. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. No, like that. And then 12. You're good. Leave it alone. More rap, a little less rap. Rap is cool. What about modulo? Too busy. Boring. Height is cool. I like subtract though. That looks cool as hell. I think that might be really interesting as a mask. A lot of black though. Oh, maybe I can get some more white. No, I can't. Nah, it should be fine. Let's try that one. Sorting. Minute and a half. So what I think is going to happen is the Zoe depth maps are going to help with the flickeriness, but I think we're going to lose a lot of the facial detail. But who knows? Be cool if we could do Zoe depth maps on the background and Midas ones on the subjects. I wonder if we could use the RemBG stuff to segment them out and then run 2 runs on the depth maps, then recombine them after. So you would need to detect the area, remove the background, keep the background as a separate file, and then do the depth map on the background, do the depth map on the RemBG, use Zoe on the backgrounds, use Midas on the subjects, and then recombine them after. Should be possible to do in Comfy. Yeah, I thought so. The depth maps need to be Midas. Weird. Okay, Midas. Depth, we want Midas. Yeah, yeah. Bop, control net, blah, 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 blah. Try that same run with Midas. I bet it's not just random people. Midas is faster too. But yeah, there's gotta be a way. Gotta be a way. Actually, no, this one isn't much better either. That's probably why they had it at 0.5. Oh, we still got Pixar style woman in the thing. No wonder. No, they're not. That's just a question of threshold. Pixar style happy, high quality, K3. So let's go not happy, because obviously I'm angry. Courtroom. Pixar style. Courtroom. The rest of the stuff here. Oh, okay. So, are you gonna run out of pave like last morning? Pave? So that, move on. All right. No. Maybe. We'll see. I doubt it though. Now we got 20 gigs. We'll live. Do. 2 minutes. Do. This little green guy, what the? That's great. Well, clearly this needs some love, but I mean, these results are wild. I think I'm gonna. It's been 3 hours, so I think I'm gonna cut it off. But I think I'm gonna render a couple of these longer scenes tonight, and yeah, watch my Twitter tomorrow. I'll start posting some movie scenes if they look good. Yeah, this is really fun. So yeah, play with HotShot, play with whatever. Hit me up on YouTube, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Discord. Purz.xyz has all the relevant links. Patreon, if you like this stuff, you want to support me, hit me up on Patreon. If you just want to chill and be part of the community, come hang out in the Discord. Post your stuff. We're just chilling in there, and you got questions, there's somebody knowledgeable in there that can help you for sure. And look out for the Looking Glass contest. Join it, enter. All the information's on my Twitter and on Looking Glass Discord as well. Their Twitter as well, LKG Glass, I believe. That is you can win a Looking Glass portrait, which is like a holographic display for your desktop. You just have to submit an image or an animation, and we'll make it 3D, or you make it 3D, and we'll see how it looks. So the details for that are on my Twitter and on the Looking Glass Twitter as well, on their Instagram and my Instagram, and on all that stuff. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night, and I'll be back at this probably Monday. I think I'm going to take a break tomorrow, but I should be back Monday, unless something crazy comes out tomorrow, and then I'll hop on and we'll play with it. But yeah, for now, thanks for coming, and I really, animation done with anything, really. As long as you think it'll look cool when we add depth maps to it, you know. Yeah, right on. AnimateDiff works better than Deforum because of the flickeriness, but you know, your mileage may vary. If you use hybrid video with Deforum, you can get some really unflickery stuff. So I want to see what you make. I think you can submit more than one thing. So yeah, don't go crazy, but yeah, go ahead, submit some stuff. I want to see it. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you soon. And yeah, let's do some ugly Christmas cards. Let's do some ugly Christmas cards in November. And yeah, you could do the animations with Pika, and then we can depth map them for sure. Right on, everybody. Have a great night. And